So you get angry. You know that the others are very not good, not good, not good. You know, he did this, he does this, she did this, she does this, and this and that. She should have done this, she shouldn't have done this, and this and that. And then that's the reason you get angry. So therefore, there's no way to get the peace, the true peace in the world. If we are interested in that. Of course, I'm not talking about that very much because I'm not interested in this, because we always talk about the peace, 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 but we're getting more worse as a result of it, you know. We sign on a piece of paper for the peace and this and that, but we are not really getting there anywhere. And we are instead of that, we are sort of like getting more arrogant and more sort of selfish and more. Leaders of the countries also sort of getting into trouble, and how do you say, create a lot of trouble in the countries and all these things. And politically, yes, it is true, and religiously also it is true. All the religion also, as I mentioned, not all the religion. I wouldn't say all the religion, all the practitioner, but most of the religion, I would say, are creating a lot of problems. Is because of this thing, in the equanimity, lacking of understanding of equanimity. Equanimity means equanimity between the good and bad. Equanimity between the, between the tall and the short, and long and the short, and whatever, the beautiful and ugly and all these things. It should be a little bit equanimity, you know, you should really know about the equanimity. This is very important knowledge that you have to understand, and that is very important knowledge to meditate on. So meditation wise, you have to meditate on these things. On that meditation, I would say meditation actually means familiarizing yourself with the fact that it's there, that is around you. So this is the thing. So you have to meditate. That means familiarize with that, and you get used to it. And then one day you will realize that it's really is like it's in your system. So you don't really have to meditate that time. That is the one day that is like an achievement that you don't have to put a lot of effort. You know, you don't have to put a lot of effort to do meditation. You are there. You're always there spontaneously in a meditative notion, I would say, or a mode. You are in a meditative mode all the time, even in the daytime, in the nighttime also, in a sleeping period. Also, you are in a meditation. You know, that's the kind of what we call it sleeping meditation. We call it walking meditation. We call it sitting meditation. We call it everything. We call different names, but actually what it means is that, you know, your activities will be meditating. That will be always meditative state of mind, meditative state of conscious. So what it really helps you is that helps you to live comfortably in this world, and not only in this world means like with your family, with your children, with your neighbors, with your partners, you know, and not only that, then you will be comfortably leading yourself into the enlightenment. Not only in the next life, but within this life also. If this sort of understanding and realization improved before we die, that itself is a meditation, the final state. Not meditation, the enlightenment. You don't have to die and then get enlightened. Or you don't have to die and then go to some sort of some other places, so-called enlightenment, nirvana. Oh, that is nirvana, but you can't get there. It's too high. You know, we are too low, and it's too high for us to climb there. No, it's not like that. Nirvana is within this samsara. But this matter of the progress, matter of the progress of this familiarizing the process, I would say, the meditation, I would say. So this is the reason why we always say that the meditation is very much needed, and we have to do meditation. And and especially in the West, everybody is very fond of meditating. I don't know what they're meditating on, but they're very fond of meditating. I'm very amazed, because in our country, like back in the East, especially in the Himalaya, like where I came from, seldom people meditate. I always like them to meditate. They don't like meditate. They meditate like this, and then they look. They don't meditate, and then they sleep, and that's it. They don't meditate. They're forced to meditate, so they meditate, and then they sleep, or they just talk, and then they whisper, and then they talk, and then they talk, and then that's it. Behind the pillar or something, then they just hide themselves and talk, and they don't meditate. But here, whereas in the West, everybody is very fond of sitting still, and then they just sit like maybe many hours. They don't. I mean, except the knee, they cannot really cope with the knee sitting on the knee, kneeling down, or the sitting cross-legged, vajra cross-legged. They feel that it's a quite big target, to sit cross-legged. But that's all they have problems, and that's all. And then the other things are very, very peaceful. I mean, they can meditate like hours without even blinking their eyes, I think. And it's really amazing. I mean, really amazing. And it's a really good thing. But I don't know what they're doing. I mean, what really does? Yeah, really. I wonder, anyway. I mean, so anyway, of course, many of them, I believe that they have a very good master. So of course they definitely have some sort of a way, sort of like a view to go through. So of course there's no doubt, but many of them may not have this kind of guideline. So so in that case, you should really have some sort of a guideline, and especially the guideline that within the Four Noble Truths, what we really refers to is the nature of the phenomena. That's it. That's the thing that you have to really be concentrating on and contemplating on. And so once you sort of get used to it, then the enlightenment is within in this life. It's not very far away. It's within this life, and within this day, within this period, within this moment, this very moment, you get enlightened. Because the enlightenment is nothing but the moment, but momentarial kind of, let's say, existing or whatever. The momentarial enlightenment, momentarial realization. That's it. That's the enlightenment. There's nothing much that you can really grab, or that you can really make fuss out of it. There's nothing. So in fact, there's not much. There shouldn't be making any big fuss out of nothing, because it's a very simple. But we are making big fuss out of nothing. So then that's the reason we sort of it makes a whole thing very confusing, very complicated. So then we feel it's a very very difficult, but actually it is not. It's a very easy. It's a very simple. Enlightenment is the simplest one that is really we can think of on this earth. The simplest thing, because it's a nature. So the nature is the one that is really like that is there within yourself. Within yourself means within the everything. So anyway, I shouldn't repeat many times, but I mean I was repeating a little bit because I just wanted to make it clear so that you guys can sort of contemplating it on it a little bit more, because tonight you came. Some of you came from very far away, and some of you have put a lot of effort to come over here and listen to the talk. And I know, I mean, my English is not good enough to sort of explain everything what I wanted to, because generally my English is not good, and especially I was just coming this morning, like coming out of